Well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, folks at home, the cracks may very well be indeed starting to show. We told you last night that there was going to be new tidbits on this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life was right again, as today there are new previews out for this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. We have a brand new look at this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, which releases later this month. So if you are a real Resident Evil fan, let's hit that like button now, folks at home. Let's hit that like button now, folks at home, if you're a real Resident Evil fan. If you've been with the franchise since day one, like world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. All of these fake Resident Evil fans haven't even played half of these games, but they pretend that they do, and it's really, believe me, so incredibly sad. You see, these fake Resident Evil fans came from Fortnite, and somehow, someway, we don't know how, but somehow, someway, they landed in Raccoon City, and now they think they have that certified badge. Oh, my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? Hell, you ain't nothing but a clown. So today, again, folks at home, they have pulled the curtain back yet again on this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and we are going to dissect all of the new gameplay, about 10 minutes worth of new gameplay of this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. We're going to dissect it. There's a lot of problems that I'm seeing, and there's a massive thing that might not be in the game from what I'm seeing, and a lot of the fake Resident Evil fans are going to sit there and defend it because they're already defending it. They're already defending every choice, every change that the lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom have done here to this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and believe me, it is the saddest it has ever been. In fact, I'm also seeing kind of woke themes here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. I'm seeing sort of woke themes here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. So we thought that this game was based, we thought that this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 was going to hit that home run, but quite clearly it might not hit that home run, and that's so incredibly sad.
Mr. IlWLL donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Let's get it lock in, share the streams, let's start hearing what the Fortnite kids have to say about Resident Evil 4. It's over, the cracks are showing, lightning showers.
The cracks are indeed starting to show. We appreciate that popping the cherry, Mr. Ill Will, coming through really hard and really strong. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that, Mr. Ill Will, as the 18-wheeler has stopped here. 18-wheeler. We are out here live, ladies and gentlemen, in the cold weather, dissecting the brand new footage of this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. We told you guys that this was going to happen here today, and it has certainly happened here today, and that's the reality of the situation. Gary from the vault, let's go, baby! Gary from the vault's coming through. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Gary from the vault coming through.
The best Resident Evil is Re4R. Where's my fake fans at?
The fake Resident Evil fans are up in the bus in Fortnite, and somehow, someway, they jumped off of the bus in Fortnite, and they've landed in Raccoon City, and now they think they have a say on what this franchise should be, where this franchise should go, but quite clearly, they don't have that certified badge. Okay, they haven't been with this franchise since day one. World Class was at GameStop to buy the Resident Evil 1 remake day one. Were they? Absolutely not. Nonetheless, that's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. Gary from the Vault coming through. Again, folks at home, they have released brand new gameplay for this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and we are going to dissect it here today. Okay, we're going to dissect it here today. We just played through the damn thing last night, the original Resident Evil 4. We just played through the original Resident Evil 4, and now Capcom has pulled the curtain back yet again on this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 to excite Spear Hunter and a bunch of other shills. Okay, but with that said, we're going to dissect it here momentarily once people can fill in as we have started the projector here. But in the meantime, folks at home, we are a little thirsty out here, and I'm going to tell you what, this Mountain Dew just comes in handy. Mountain Dew Voodoo, baby, that's what we're talking about. Look at this right here, Mountain Dew Voodoo exclusive. Mountain Dew Voodoo. You can't find it anywhere else. That I know, and believe me, that I can tell you. These fake Resident Evil fans have their heads so far up there, you know where, it's not even funny. This is going to be a total disaster. From what I'm looking at, I've looked at some of this gameplay already, and this is going to be a total disaster if you are a purist Resident Evil fan, a true Resident Evil fan. If you adore Resident Evil 4, the original experience, and you're wanting something in line with that, I'm not so sure that this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 is going to fully satisfy those desires. Because this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 looks like soulless slop! The Saunders, holy shit, the Saunders child's back in the building, baby! That's what we're talking about, the Saunders child coming through!
Operation Javier as future DLC, as it was in the Dark Side Chronicles. Leon mentions briefly it while fighting Krauser, thoughtful face.
Yeah, there's going to be DLC. It's the way that the lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom work. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. The Saunders child back in here. We appreciate that. OG Resident Evil fans are coming back in. And I'm going to tell you right here, right now, we're going to be dissecting this footage momentarily. If you're just tuning in, we're going to be dissecting the brand new footage for this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. We're going to be dissecting this footage, going frame by frame to show you what's wrong with the DNA of this game, because it does not match up to the DNA of the original Resident Evil 4. And as such, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 is not a remake, and instead this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 is nothing but potentially shit on the bottom of my shoe. We hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. Last night we just beat this game again. We got the Chicago typewriter, and do you really think, I'm going to ask you guys this right here and right now, do you really think that the Chicago typewriter is going to make its way back into this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4? My jaw will be on the floor, okay? My jaw will be on the floor if Capcom puts in the Chicago typewriter day one, because I have a feeling it's absolutely not going to be in the game. And if you fail to include things like that, you obviously don't understand what made the original game tick. We talked about this during the Resident Evil 2 era, and we told the fake Resident Evil fans then that they weren't understanding it. They weren't understanding the principles behind the game and what made the original tick. But the fake Resident Evil fans wanted to sit there and say, oh, the Kendall gun shop in this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 looks so kino and comfy. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's stop playing contrarian. The original Resident Evil 2 is light years ahead of that shitty, slowless optional remake. Okay? That's what you need to know, and that's what you need to understand, and it's so incredibly sad. In fact, it's the saddest it's ever been. That's what we're talking about.
It's a new take.
We understand that. We understand that. Yeah, we don't need to play the original again. I understand it's a new take. It's an all-new game inspired by Resident Evil 4. That's what this is. It's not really a remake, and I'll show you why once we dissect here in a moment. This is an all-new Resident Evil game inspired by Resident Evil 2. This is not Resident Evil 4 remake. We're still waiting for the Resident Evil 2 remake. Capcom said they were going to make the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm still waiting for that game. It doesn't exist. Capcom said they were going to remake Resident Evil 3 remake. That hasn't yet come out. So I'm waiting for these remakes because they haven't seen the light of day. And this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 is just that. It's an all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil inspired by Resident Evil 4. It is an all-new upcoming edition. We understand that. We're not that fucking retarded. But the fake Resident Evil fans jumped off of the bus too many times and they didn't land properly. And now as such, they think they have that certified badge. Now as such, they think they know what's best. And how to operate this franchise going forward and influence Capcom to make these shitty, soulless slop that they continue to churn out on a yearly basis. And it's so incredibly sad. So we hope you're ready, folks at home, because we're going to start dissecting this slop. It's a 10-minute gameplay video, all new footage here today. And we're going to jump in here shortly. So we do appreciate you guys for tuning in and tagging along with us here today. But we're going to be jumping into the Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay very soon.
The Saunders child donated £2 through Super Chat. The merchant now seems to have strep throat. Embarrassed smiley face.
Oh, bro, the voice acting in this game is abysmal, bro. I mean, they probably just hired people off the street or on fucking Fiverr. Why is this all over? Shit. I mean, it's so sad. Hello, stranger. That's literally better than what they have in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And he doesn't even say that anymore. He doesn't even say, welcome, stranger. You know, he doesn't even say that anymore because, again, this is an all-new Resident Evil game that's inspired by Resident Evil 4. The Zoomers are stupid. They're not listening. They are not listening, and it's so incredibly sad. The fake Resident... This is why this franchise is in the shape that it's in. Because of bullshit like this. They're going to rush out to GameStop and just, you know, once this game gets a 10 on IGN, they're going to be like, oh, hell yeah. We're going to GameStop for that midnight Kino. Unfortunately, there's no Kino to be found here, as the soul has been ripped apart in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And with that said, we are going to get started right here and right now. We're going to be dissecting this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. So with that said, hopefully the audio is good. I'm out here yelling, and we're going to get started right here and right now. This all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, brand new gameplay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... And here we go. This all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. First change off the bat is this Hunnigan sequence where she calls you. The game no longer pauses, okay? And that's a theme here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. The pausing stuff has been stripped from the DNA of this game. And I understand this is a modern-day 2023 video game, and the original game came out in 2005. Very well aware of that. However, any of the pausing elements that were in the original Resident Evil 2004, 5, whenever the game came out, 2005, Resident Evil 4, 2005, are no longer present here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And again, it impacts the gameplay, it impacts these Hunnigan call sequences, and it's really, believe me, so incredibly sad. Nonetheless, let's continue here. This all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, brand new gameplay. We are dissecting this live in real time. And Leon S. Kennedy is walking through a bedroom here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. He's talking to Hunnigan in real time, and now things are about to pick up here, and we're going through the caves. Now, one of the things that they said, hold on here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That you donated $5 through Super Chat. Going by your logic, Re1 Remake is not a real remake for adding new UI, defensive items, and crimson heads.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the remake anymore. I've changed my opinion on that. Shinji Mikami tried too hard. He watched a Tim Burton film. He probably watched Sleepy Hollow, and they went too gothic with it, okay? I prefer the original Resident Evil because of the... Well, it's hard to explain, but you're not getting that forced shoved down your throat, hey, there's a thunderstorm outside, and hey, this looks like a gothic mansion type of deal in the original Resident Evil. You're getting pale walls, you're getting eerie organ music. It's like a fucking funeral home. And that's creepy in and of itself because it's not trying to be creepy. So I think, yes, they did try too hard. Now, with that said, I still think the Resident Evil 1 remake is good. It's one of the best modern-day Resident Evil games you could play. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be dead ass, okay? There are not many games in this franchise that are actually that good. There are not many games in this franchise that are even worth playing. With that said, we do appreciate that, and we're going to continue here. So Leon S. Kennedy is in the caves. Now, one of the things that they have said here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 is that they are going to give the player some more exploration. they are going to give the player some more exploration. So they turn this into a Ubisoft, and granted, this is optional. It is optional. However, it is, in my opinion, going to mess with the pacing. The pacing in the Resident Evil 4 game from 2005, directed by Shinji Mikami, is one of the highlights of that experience. The pacing in the original game is incredible. It's impeccable. You can't fuck with that. However, the lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom have done just that. They have ruined, in my opinion, the pacing, because now they're giving the player the option to play Ubisoft and do a bunch of stupid, silly shit that's just going to make the extension of this game, padded garbage, So that's what's happening here. It's not open world, but it is more open-ended, just like the Evil Within 2 is. So in terms of what game is this more reminiscent of, it is the Evil Within 2 as opposed to the original Resident Evil 4.
Gora Majima donated $2 through Super Chat. Then think of it as a director cut or expanded cut.
Well, this is not a director's cut. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about the Resident Evil 1 remake. Guys, you have to understand, the Resident Evil 1 remake is good, okay? But with that said, Shinji Mikami went from the Resident Evil 1 remake to Resident Evil 4, and it's like, how could that guy do that? Because it's a totally fucking different game. Nonetheless, this is soulless, okay? And with that said, the pacing here is now jacked up with these optional side exploration quests, which you're going to see here in just a moment, okay? This is so incredibly sad. It's the saddest it's ever been. And here we go. We're seeing some gameplay here. And one of the things that we need to talk about here shortly, and I'm not seeing this anywhere here in this gameplay, and I honestly think they've taken it out. And we're seeing some gameplay here. Look at this right here. This looks nothing like Resident Evil 4. The gameplay is way too slow. Leon's moving like a fucking tank. This looks nothing like Resident Evil 4. Okay, I think we can all agree. And maybe that's for the best. Maybe that is for the best, okay? We played Resident Evil 4 since how many years? Since 2005. A long, long fucking time. But with that said, I can't sit out here and say that this is Resident Evil 4. Because it's not. The gameplay is not snappy. The gameplay is not proficient. The gameplay is clunky. It's slow. Leon's moving like he's in some fucking... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 2. It actually kind of does. I mean, that's how the gameplay looks. Red Dead Redemption 2, they took a little bit more of a mature approach to the gameplay, and more of a simulation, sort of... Well, not full simulation, but sort of a... They took sort of a different approach compared to the first game, Red Dead Redemption, which came out in 2010. And you compare the two games, Red Dead Redemption 2010, Red Dead Redemption 2018, and I will tell you, folks, that it's different. So when you look at this, it looks like the Evil Within 2.
Saunders Child donated £2 through Super Chat. Was the attaché case made on Windows 7?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the UI in this game is terrible looking, and it's been terrible looking since the Resident Evil 2 remake. When I saw that the Resident Evil 2 remake had that soulless UI in it, I said, what are we doing here? It makes no sense. How could you look at the original Resident Evil 2, hit the pause button, and see the Leon? It just makes no fucking sense.
Chrissy Chris donated $4.99 through Super Chat. I hate Leon's bad attitude. They trying to make him act like he's above everyone.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but I mean, it does show some of that here. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that Crizzy Chris coming through. I mean, it's probably better than Justin Bieber Leon. In Resident Evil 2, he's a rookie cop, and in Resident Evil 2, the outbreak just starts, and he's like, what the? Oh my God. It's terrible acting, it's terrible delivery, and, that's the problem with these modern-day Resident Evil games, is that the voice acting, especially in this thing, and you'll hear the Merchant in full clarity, the Merchant especially here, sounds so terrible, it's not even funny, bro. So let's continue. So we're watching combat gameplay here, and again, this to me looks nothing like Resident Evil 4. There's no laser sight on the gun.
It's over!
Fire looks pretty terrible.
Gora Majima donated $2 through Super Chat. Then don't buy it, don't give your money to Capcom.
Well, I have to cover things here on this channel, okay? So with that said, We are going to buy it because that's how we have to get the game. They don't send games over to World Class. I can think it looks like shit and still buy it, sweetheart, okay? If it offends you, go watch fucking Residents of Evil, go watch Sphere Hunter, go watch all these other shows. They're going to give you the same opinion. They're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. I'm not saying this is terrible, but at the same time, I kind of am.
Alan B donated £2 through Super Chat. Streets of Rage 4 has better graphics, lightning showers.
It probably does. I don't even know what the hell that is, but it probably does.
Lightning showers, lightning showers.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This is big. This is big right here. So we're going to the merchant here. I'm going to crank the audio up so you guys can hear this. Let's crank the audio up here. So in 3, 2, 1, it's going to get a little louder. The audio, the gameplay is going to get a little louder. It should be good. Here we go.
Welcome. What can I interest you in?
It's terrible. It is terrible. Did you guys just hear that? Let's recreate that. Welcome. What can I interest you in? Just shut it down. Shut it down. Welcome, stranger. What happened to that? What are we doing? What are we doing? Welcome. What can I interest you in? Welcome, stranger. You know, I mean, it's just so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. And unfortunately, that reset its position, so let's stop that. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Let's go back to where we were to play that again.
Welcome. What can I interest you in?
I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Welcome. What can I interest you in? It's over. It's junk, dude.
Dre2K7 donated $2 through Super Chat. People will bow to the RE4 remake.
What? I'm not talking crap about them. I'm not talking dude, I've membered up to Residents of Evil. I appreciate their content, but it doesn't mean that I have to agree. I mean, they kind of have to show Mike.
Don't talk crap about them. They ain't shills.
I literally support Residents of Evil, dude, and they have me blocked. I don't care. Okay, I don't need a parasocial relationship. If they produce great content, I fucking support it. I don't care what they believe in. I don't care if they're not my friend. It doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I support great content creators, and Residents of Evil is a great content creator. However, and, you know, I am subscribed to Sphere Hunter as well. However, with that said, they do have to have that sort of show-like mentality because they're kind of in bed with Capcom. Duh!
Donated $10 through Super Chat.
Holy shit.
This looks incredible. Worst game of 2023 merchant.
Yeah, the graphics are good. The graphics are good. We're not talking about the graphics. The graphics here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 are good. I don't think there's any questioning that outside. Well, some of the fire aspects there just a few moments ago looked like trash. But with that said, the merchant here, this is the problem with this game. The voice acting is total garbage. The voice acting is total garbage. There's a lot of other problems as well. There's one big thing that I'm not seeing here in this game. And if they've taken that out, I just can't believe it. It's over. You know?
Mr. IlWLL donated $4.99 through Super Chat. What's up with the health system and the clunky gameplay? LOL, the worst I've seen is
that's what I'm saying.
The gameplay.
That's what I'm saying. The gameplay, yeah, the gameplay is clunky. That was the cumbersome gameplay, clunky gameplay. That's what I'm seeing here. And maybe it's not. When I pick up that controller and play that demo, hopefully the demo comes out tomorrow, or maybe we get an announcement and it comes out next week. You know what I mean? But it does look clunky.
Gary from the Vault donated $10 through Super Chat. That merchant voice just made me eat fish sticks. Now I'm a gay fish.
I mean, it's genuinely trash. Let's play it again. It's genuinely not good, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, as a real Resident Evil fan, this is the shit that I grew up with, Resident Evil 4. Okay, I'm not that fucking old. So this was a time where it's like, holy shit, Resident Evil 4. You see the commercials on TV and shit. You know, this was the game. Okay? And to see this iconic character that has been just in the minds of Resident Evil fans and gamers in general for many years, decades now, and to see it just like half-assed in here, it's just sad. It really is sad. Let's play it again.
It's over.
Here we go. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
Isaac donated €2 through Super Chat.
Is that coming through? Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. Let's play this again. It's going to get loud, but look at this right here.
Welcome. What can I interest you in?
Okay, not only is his performance terrible in my opinion, but the dialogue's not even right. He doesn't say stranger? I mean, what are we doing here? Welcome, what can I interest you in? I mean, and look at this UI. It just looks like a template that you could, get off some asset pack. You know what I mean?
It's over.
It's horrible.
Gora Majima donated $5 through Super Chat. He won't say welcome all the time in Remake. Dialogue always changes by random. It won't be exactly like the original.
Well, obviously, I mean, we can tell that. Well, I mean, that's great to have variety in dialogue, but at the same time, do we need it? I mean, the simplicity of the original is actually good. A lot of the dated game design mechanics and sort of that you have to stop the game to do this. You have to stop the game to aim. You have to stop the game to use the knife. None of that is present here, and as such, it disrupts a lot of what held that glue together. So by modernizing the controls, modernizing the combat to make it like The Evil Within 2, you no longer get a game that's reminiscent of Resident Evil. Maybe it is for the current climate and the current, era of gaming, but that's not Resident Evil 4. I'm not saying that they should have went with the old school mechanics, but I think they could have streamlined some of this stuff in a way that was a little bit more akin to Resident Evil 4 than what we're seeing here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. Nonetheless, let's continue.
Oh, you cut through the crowd with that right there.
I'm gonna cry. I mean, that is fucking bad. First of all, the mix is terrible. The mix is terrible. You can barely hear the fucking dialogue. Holy shit.
Molding a weapon to suit your Just try that on for size. There you are, as you wished. Anything else I can help you with? Don't get yourself killed now.
Oh my god, bro. It's like they found a fucking smoker at a bar. And they're like, hey, we need a merchant voice that's like fucking gritty and grimy. Don't kill yourself now. Junk. How do you botch such an iconic classic character? Why not just hire the other guy? Did he not want to do it? Did they not want to pay him? Is he retired? What's going on? Do they just not call him? I don't get it. How do you fuck the merchant up? At least have the merchant intact. Some modders are going to go in and mod the old school voice in that.
Majima donated $2 through Super Chat. Go ask a friend to borrow a copy instead of buying.
No, I'm going to buy it just to piss you off. I'm going to buy it just to piss you off. I'll buy 2 copies. Whatever, dude. All right. Let's continue with the gameplay here. It's total trash, but we're not even close to getting started here. This is just the merchant. They've ruined this character, in my opinion. I have no connection now with the merchant. The merchant used to be this mysterious figure, and he's like, welcome. I mean, come on, bro. You can't. Less is more. Why are we not understanding that? And why are we giving this game Evil Within 2 vibes? Why are we saying, okay, now you can get in the boat and you can go to different fucking caves? No one wants that. That's not Resident Evil 4.
$10 through Super Chat. Anyone that's excited for this game is a fake Re4 fan.
Exactly.
This isn't Re4, this is
They are literally shilling this on V. I'm not even kidding. I was over there earlier just to see some initial impressions, and it's anonymous fucking board, so people are just going to speak their fucking mind. And I'm going to tell you right here and right now, they are literally shilling this on V. What happened? I thought they were based. Gary from the Vault coming through. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. Nonetheless, let's continue.
Stick close.
Okay.
Guys, we are now looking at the castle. We are now looking at the castle. This is the castle. And let's put aside the graphics for a moment because we know this game looks good. The environments look good. The lighting looks good. Some of the fire looks like shit. But with that said, the graphics are not what I'm talking about. And you gotta put that shit aside for a moment because I know that's what's attractive and I know that's what sells. And that's obviously one of the reasons why they went back and did this. Because of the RE engine and the modern day visuals that they can apply to this thing. However, with that said, we are now in the castle. And what I need you to know and what I need you to understand is that the audio design in this game is junk. So start listening. I'm gonna crank it up. Start listening. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's just piss poor bad. So here we go. We're in the castle. Start listening, and you'll notice it's missing a lot.
Courtyard's got to be through that gate. Don't think our hosts are gonna roll out the red carpet.
It's over!
I steal popular names for likes donated $5 through Super Chat. These RE4 Remake shills are so emotionally attached to this franchise that they can't even see that it has lost its soul. European Castle, European
I mean, we
castle,
haven't even dissected
European
this yet,
castle,
really.
European castle,
You know,
European
the
castle,
meat and potatoes is
European
coming up
castle,
here.
European castle,
The
European
meat and
castle,
potatoes is coming up here
European
very
castle,
soon.
European castle,
Because once we go down this little
European
corridor,
European
you're going to
castle,
start to see the
European
cult leaders.
castle, European
And I
castle.
need you to start listening because the audio, the sound design in this game is terrible. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start listening to the cult leaders as they pass. This is again the castle. This is again the castle in this all new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. Here we go.
What are they?
Shh. Keep your voice down.
It's trash. Where's the chanting? Where's the fucking go, Mátalo? Where's any of that? There's no vibe here. There's no atmosphere. You're getting nothing except gibberish now. That's all I heard in that fucking clip. Where is the chanting, the ominous like Mátalo? Esta. You know, I mean, where is all of that here in this shit? They toned it down. They fucking watered it down because they're like, all gamers don't want to hear that shit over and over again. And it's like, you have to understand that less is more. Stop giving the player more because at the end of the day, it doesn't make for a streamlined experience. The pacing in the original game is fucking perfection. That's why it's better than Dead Space, because the pacing in Dead Space is slop. But in addition to that, the reason why the game works, in my opinion, and I could still go back to it tonight even if I wanted to, is because of the simplicity, the simplistic nature. And when you dumb things down like this here, it just ruins it. It's like, yeah, the merchant only had like 2 fucking lines in the original. Who cares? Less is more. That's how he became iconic, because he said, welcome. Ah, I'll buy it for a high price. What are you selling? Thank you. You know, I mean, it's really not hard to make this game, but they fucked it up. They have fucked it up.
Spread up.
And now the enemies can jump on the wall like fucking Spider-Man. Like, you know, I'm Tobey Maguire. I'm changing. Uncle Ben, I'm changing. I know what you're going through, Peter. I can jump on the wall. I'm fucking Spider-Man. You know, and it's so sad. It really is, believe me. But you don't care, do you? You don't care. So we're going to continue.
No food for you.
What?
Muerte.
The voice acting is terrible! Did you hear that? The voice acting is terrible. What the fuck was that? Did they hire people that were drunk? They're fucking slurring their lines and shit. Listen to this, bro. This is ridiculous. Are you guys really defending this slop? What happened to the base gamers out there? This is soulless garbage.
Muerte!
Just shut it down. Just shut it down. This is terrible.
Spread out!
Okay.
I can't even continue watching this. I mean, it is so bad. It is so bad, and people are defending this. You don't hear the anonymous chants. Go ahead, go ahead, go. You know, you're not hearing any of that shit. What is going on with this game? Okay. Let me just put it to you this way. I need you guys to lock in right here. They have made, let's just put it this way, without getting too crazy in here. This is all new. What you're about to see, what's on the screen here in just a moment, right here. This is all new for this all new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. Okay? This is an all new casting change. Let's just call it that. This is an all new casting change here in this all new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm just pointing out there is something brand new here, exclusive to this all new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And with that said, it is a casting change right here in the castle. This was not in the original. This is a casting change. And there you have it. So, again, what you're looking at, this enemy here was not in the original. This is a casting change here in specifically the castle segment.
Let's go.
Got it.
Ahí están, matando.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know who did the voice acting direction, but they need to not do their job anymore, bro. When you are hiring these people and they're not giving it their all, get them out the fucking booth. Find someone who's going to give it their all. I mean, I understand that they maybe wanted to go for a subtle approach, a more nuanced approach, but it doesn't work because the mix is terrible. You can barely hear what they're fucking... I mean, it's garbage. This game is trash. Fart Biscuit has a message here. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say. Fart Biscuit, member for 5 months. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate this. Shut it down. So incredibly sad. 5 months of world class. Appreciate you, Michael. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. It is so incredibly sad. It is so incredibly sad that I know and that I can tell you. The dialogue here in this game is garbage. Okay, can you do that in the original game? You cannot do that in the original game. You know, it's funny how they said they removed QuickTime events, and yet this game is fucking littered rather, with QuickTime events. Hey, this enemy is stunned. Go press R2 and do that little execution. Junk. This is not Resident Evil 4. It's literally Evil Within 2. It is literally more akin to the Evil Within 2 than it is Resident Evil 4. But the fake Resident Evil fans don't care. They see the pretty graphics, they see the updated lighting engine, and they're like, oh, hell yeah, that's amazing. My mom's going to rush out to Kmart. She's going to go to that Blue Light Special, and she's going to put her ass in her dick. And you know what, Michael? She's going to buy me as well this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4.
Come on.
Okay.
I guess this is their idea of a warm welcome.
The shotgun doesn't even blow the enemies back anymore, bro. The shotgun doesn't even blow the enemies back anymore. It's junk. Shut the whole game down. It's trash. When you use the shotgun here in this game, they kind of just do this. In the original, they do a fucking flip, and it's like, oh, we don't want that cartoon style back in this game. It's like, well, then you're not a fucking fan of the original. Shut it down. Oh, my God. What I will say about this sequence here is it's exactly the same. The layout is exactly the same from what I remember as it is in the original, so that's cool, I guess, but not really because it gets worse here. Watch.
Damn! It's locked. Looks like we'll have to get creative.
Oh my god, is that the enemies? Where's the energy in the performances? Ahí está. What is this game? Ahí está. Mátalo. You know, I mean, they're shouting in the original. Go ahead, go ahead, go. You never not hear the fucking voices. That is the music soundtrack. You know? That's a part of the mood, the vibe, the atmosphere. Do we not understand? Clearly we don't. The lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom have failed yet again to understand what made this fucking game to tick. They should have just called Shinji Mikami. Shinji Mikami's free now. Jesus.
I'm coming!
So here's a new change in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, guys. I need you to listen. Here's a new change in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and I don't know if it's changed for the better, but with that said, Ashley no longer has a health bar, okay? And a lot of gamers are going to defend that and say, well, that's great, but is it realistic? You know, they're trying to go for a more realistic approach here, seemingly, but not because it's Resident Evil. It can't be realistic, but with that said, based off of the voice acting, they're giving it more of a human sort of delivery, if that makes any sense. And with that said, Ashley no longer has a health bar. So she will still go down, but you basically have to go up to her and press a button to bring her back up. So she's, you know, it's basically like Call of Duty. You got one last chance of survival, and your teammate can revive you. That's what they've done here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. So Ashley Graham no longer has a health meter here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And right now, I'm still on the fence on that one. It could be terrible. It could be better. But nonetheless, let's continue.
For you.
QuickTime Central. I mean, holy shit, this game is QuickTime this, QuickTime that. Since they've removed the shotgun animation, you basically just stun the enemies. They just kind of stand there because they don't fly back anymore because the game's trash. And then you go up and you press R2 and go, I'm Splinter Cell, I'm Sam Fisher. Junk. Throw it in the trash. The lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom clearly did not understand the assignment. And here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ashley is now down. Ashley is now down. And you notice there's no health meter. So there's less strategy to this game because it's like, okay, if I have 2 herbs in my inventory and Ashley is now at low health and danger, you know, you could choose to give those 2 herbs to Ashley to heal her. But there's no longer that babysitting mechanic here because you just now have a downed element to this. She no longer has the health bar, and I can't tell if that's good or not just yet. However, that is something that we have to take into notice here with this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. Let's continue to let this play out.
You hurt?
It's over. I'm okay.
Oh my god.
Zed donated £4.99 through Super Chat. I can't wait to jump from the Fortnite battle bus and land in Spain on the 24th to save Ashley Graham. I hope the remake is as good as Village. Kissing face, kissing face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're playing the contrarian, man. Okay? Fake Resident Evil fan that came from Fortnite. Now he wants to jump into this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 and shill it with a bunch of other shills that are in bed with Capcom. That's fantastic. Have your fun in the sun, and no one's going to say, hey, we're going to, you know, stomp on that parade. But with that said, this looks like soulless slop, and let's not pretend like it doesn't. Oh, my God. And you know, again, the theme of less is more. Less is more. You're going to see what I'm talking about here in just a moment because now the cannon has risen. Of course, that's like in the original. But in the original, again, you don't control the cannon. So now here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, you can control the cannon. In a first-person perspective, you can aim the cannon and shoot the cannon. Why did we need to do that? It doesn't make sense.
It's alright.
No problem.
What did she just say? No prob? Really? They got Zoomer TikTok dialogue in here?
Okay, it's alright.
No problem.
No prob? Is that what the president's daughter would really say? No prob? I'm pretty sure she would say no problem. Really? No prob? Unreal. Oh my God. Quick time this, quick time that, quick time. Hey, by the way, we're Capcom and we said we're going to remove the quick time events during cutscenes, but we're going to now put them in the gameplay. We're now going to put more gameplay. We're now going to put more quick time events in the actual gameplay. Trash! Where is the audio, dude? Where is them chanting? Play this sequence in the original, and it's haunting because they don't shut the fuck up. That's what's scary about the castle. They've obviously didn't play the original game. They watched a fucking playthrough of it on YouTube and thought that they had a great idea of what made this shit tick. Play the original. I just played the original game last night. Every time I go to the castle, I don't want to hear that shit because it's unnerving.
It's over.
And you don't have that here anymore. So now we have to go to the modders and then have them mod in the old sound files because that's what's going to have to happen.
666 donated $10 through Super Chat. It's over, folks. Capcom took a crap on the fans.
They just don't care. And you know, why should they care? Why should the lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom care? Because you know what? This franchise, like I said, is now infested with a bunch of fake Resident Evil fans that literally jumped off of the bus in Fortnite. Resident Evil is in Fortnite, or at least it was a couple of years ago. And now as such, they think they have a say on what this franchise should be, where this franchise should go. They think they have that certified badge. They don't have that certified badge. Quick time this, quick time that, quick time this, quick time that. Hey, the enemy is down, press R2. This game is junk. You don't do that in the original game. Guess what you do? And let's just talk about this right now because I think it's pretty much all but confirmed. Let's talk about this right now. I think it's all but pretty much confirmed. Can you actually take out the knife and swing it? I don't think you can. I think they have removed the ability to take out your knife and actually swing it. I have seen zero gameplay of Leon S. Kennedy taking out his knife and actually swinging it. The only exception is the Krauser boss fight because now they've actually added that in. It's no longer a cutscene, which is maybe welcome. However, with that said, I have not seen any gameplay, and maybe there's a confirmation somewhere. I don't know, okay? But with that said, I have not seen any gameplay of Leon S. Kennedy taking out his knife and freely, using it. We're seeing quick time events of Leon S. Kennedy using the knife. So I'm under the impression that we can no longer use the knife in free mode. It seems like we can no longer use the knife in free mode. And if you have taken that out, you have ruined Resident Evil 4, period, end of story. If they have taken out the use of the knife in the free form, unless someone can show me a clip or what have you, which I don't think exists because I've watched a ton of this shit, and I have not seen one clip of Leon S. Kennedy in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4 using the knife. What I have seen, however, is that QuickTime bullshit. And that's so sad.
Got it.
Oh my God, it's Call of Duty. What, was that necessary? Why do we need to use the cannon? You press one button in the original, it jumps to a cutscene. It does what it needs to do. It gets right to the point. This is getting stupid.
Firing again!
It's over.
Fart Biscuit donated $5 through Super Chat. Where is the audio? Where is the feel? Where is the chanting? Where is the Fortnite bus? Why is the Fortnite bus
They might as well have a skin. They might as well have a skin. They might as well have an Easter egg, bro, of the Fortnite bus. They might as well have an Easter egg of the Fortnite bus, and it comes over at the beginning when Leon S. Kennedy arrives at the village for the very first time, and you can see it in the faint distance, because you know what? That's where the fake Resident Evil fans came from. They came from Fortnite. They came from Fortnite. They didn't want to listen. They're not real Resident Evil fans. They haven't been there since day one. Did they buy the strategy guide? No, they didn't buy the strategy guide because they weren't there since day one. They don't understand the DNA of this franchise. Clearly Capcom doesn't either, so that's why they cater and pander to the normies that consume. They want to consume the food at the buffet. They don't give a shit about the quality of this. They don't look at the fucking expiration date. They don't give two fucks. They're ready to sit there and consume at that buffet, and it's so sad.
A most warm welcome to my castle, Miss.
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is this? It's Hillary Clinton. What the fuck is this shit? That's Salazar? What am I looking at? That's Salazar was a midget. What the fuck is this? I mean, unless this isn't Salazar. And where's the big cheese? I bet they ruined that boss too. This is supposed to be Salazar? Literally Hillary Clinton. Literally Hillary Clinton, bro.
Mr. Kennedy, who the hell are you? Me? Oh, please, call me Ramon. And allow me to get straight to the point. I would like you to hand the girl there over to me. Now.
Yeah, fat chance, Ramon. The girl's just fine. With me.
How unfortunate. Do make sure our guest feels at home.
Leon?
Now that he has chosen death.
Give me space.
What do we do? What is this? Are people really defending this? They're obviously in bed with Cap. I mean, look, if Capcom called me and said, hey, bro, we need you to do this marketing campaign for us in disguise. I mean, fuck it. Let's go, baby. Send me the free chair. I don't care. Unreal.
Dr. Blitz donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Is there a deluxe edition, lol?
Yeah, there probably is, so you can get the big Salazar fucking statue. Go buy it.
Okay.
Even the shields don't even break anymore, bro. The shields don't even fucking break anymore, bro. Look.
It's over.
Look at this. The shields don't even break, dude. There's more destructible in the original.
99 donated $15 through Super Chat. Based.
You can no longer seemingly, keyword there, seemingly, holy shit, Shadows 99 coming through, that's what we're talking about. Look, you can no longer seemingly use the knife whenever you want. Okay, I've not seen one clip of that. And now the shields are no longer seemingly destructible. It's so sad.
Gary from the Vault donated $10 through Super Chat. I'm so mad right now. Resident Evil is dead. Village will forever be the last game I buy from them. There's no way anyone likes the looks of this.
Resident Evil
is so racist now.
Listen, Resident Evil, look here, listen. Resident Evil 3 died after the third one. After Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the whole franchise went to shit. That's my hot take on that. Because, you know, at that point, they didn't know what to fucking do with it.
Get back here.
Why is Leon not using the knife? There is no clip of Leon using the knife. There's literally no clip of Leon using the knife. You cannot use the knife in this game.
Resident Evil is stupid and boring, sleepy. P.S. The merchant already met Kennedy, so that's why he didn't say stranger.
Well, that's cringe. That's cringe. We don't need backstories with these characters. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. We don't need lore with these characters. It's less is more. And that's why I'm mad about the Luis thing too. It's like, oh, let's give Luis more fucking backstory. Is that necessary? It might be wanted from the community because, you know, they wanted to see more of Luis. And now he's going to have this buddy cop angle, stupid storyline that's so fucking Marvel-like. And you know, he's going to have this sad fucking send-off, this tragic, sad send-off. Why are we doing this? Just to pad this experience out? We don't really have organic ways to make this better? We just, oh yeah, let's just extend this game. Let's just add more caves for the player to explore. Because let's turn it into the Evil Within 2. That's what this is. This is not Resident Evil 4. You can't even use the knife!
You're right.
You cannot use the knife, bro. The knife is only a quick time. You know, it's so funny. They were hell-bent on this idea. Yeah, fuck quick time events. We're not putting that shit back in our game. They're annoying as fuck. And then the whole goddamn gameplay is littered with quick time events. You want to use the knife? Well, now you got to go up to the enemy and press fucking one button. You can't sit there and aim anymore. It's trash. Where's the chanting? Where's the audio? Go, matalo. Ahí está. You know, I mean, where is all of that brooding soundtrack with the fucking cult talking in their language? I mean, you're not getting any of that, dude. This is soulless slop.
Stay back!
Okay.
Let's go.
No problem.
Oh my god, she said it again! No prob! No prob, Leon! It's worse than Leon! Help, Leon! Oh, here we go. Here we go. Quick time event, quick time event, quick time event, quick time event. That's the whole fucking game. You know, they were so hell-bent on this idea of saying, well, we don't have quick time events. Now the whole fucking game is littered with quick time events more so than the damn original. More so than the damn original. You're not, you can't even use the knife in this game, dude. You literally cannot equip the knife and just use it whenever you want. It doesn't exist, I guarantee it. Oh no.
We are just getting started, rookie.
What is that voice? We are just getting started, rookie. What happened to Comrade? What is going on with this game? You can't be a real fan and defend this, bro. This is the same thing when JJ, what's his face? The Star Wars guy. He's so cute. What's his name? He sold Star Wars to Disney. I don't even know his fucking name right now. But he went back in and he changed, you know, the Star Wars movies to update them to the modern day era with shitty ass CG that no one fucking wanted. And that's what they basically done here. No one wanted different voice actors. Call the old fuckers up and pay them what they fucking want and get them back in the fucking game. Or if not, just pay them for their likeness and use the old audio. It's clear enough. Most gamers aren't going to understand the bitrate, so it doesn't fucking matter. This is ridiculous. This is trash.
Are you being controlled by that cult? This has nothing to do with them.
Holy shit, it's terrible. This has nothing to do with them. What is that? Where the fuck is Krauser?
I'm a free man who made a choice. Too slow. Haven't you learned anything these last 2 years?
Bro, in the original, Krauser's fucking moving around like Harry fucking Houdini. What is this tank shit? You know, they said they didn't want the tank controls back. Well, you didn't get the tank controls here. You got the tank fucking movements back. Dodge attack, dodge attack, dodge attack. This is the modern day gaming landscape, folks. I hope you're fucking happy. So you know what? Just go out and fucking pre-order 3 copies right now in spite of this video, in spite of this fucking broadcast, because I know that's what you want to do. Go out and buy it. I don't care. I'm buying it too, just to show you how shitty it is so you don't have to fucking buy it. Okay, this is not Resident Evil 4. You can't even use the fucking knife. Shut it down. Oh, we don't want to use the knife, Michael. We got that new parry system. You're dumb. You can use the knife. Yeah, you press one fucking button at the correct time. Dodge attack, dodge attack. That's not the original game. That's not what you do. You can't dodge in the original game. You have to use your fucking thinking cap. You literally cannot dodge in the original game. I just played it fucking last night. You cannot dodge enemies in the original game. You don't just sit there and wait for a fucking button prompt like fucking Batman.
Ugh, soldier like you! Why would you work for these freaks?
It's over.
Why? You've forgotten what
Exposition during the boss fight. Wow!
Carda Ellie donated $2 through Super Chat. This is hilarious lol.
It's shit. Yeah, it's hilarious in the sense that Capcom fucking threw their ass in the toilet and they said they didn't give 2 shits. You know who made this game? The same people that made Resident Evil 3 Remake. And guess what Capcom had to do? They had to call in the higher-ups to say, we need fucking help on this game. So that's why this is trash. This is made by M2. This is made by M2, the same people that did this all new edition of Resident Evil 3, the Resident Evil 3 Remake. M2 made the Resident Evil 3 Remake. And initially this was being developed exclusively by them. And Capcom had to see it, and they said, holy fuck, this is shit. So now we gotta call in some higher ups from the main team, that the main A team, to come in and help with this shit. And I don't think they helped enough. Because it's trash.
2 years ago. Operation Javier.
Quick time this, quick time that, 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 quick time this, quick time that. Motherfucker, this has more quick time events than the fucking original.
Not bad.
The whole gameplay loop consists of quick time events, dude. Quick time this, quick time that, quick time this, quick time that. I thought they were getting rid of all this shit. I'm done. You know, look, if you fake Resident Evil fans are satisfied, I guess that's all that matters at the end of the day. They don't want to cater and pander to the purest Resident Evil fans because they know that's not what's going to make money. They know that's not what's going to work. So they're going to cater and pander to the fake Resident Evil fans that jumped off of the bus in Fortnite. You literally cannot use your knife in this game, bro. It's a quick time thing. There's no knife in this game. Now, I want you to think about that because even the Resident Evil 2 remake has the damn knife. And you can use the knife in the Resident Evil 2 remake. And so far, we've seen 0 gameplay of that on display here. I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope that I fucking am. But when that demo comes out, that's the first thing I'm going to test. Can we pull the knife out and aim the knife and use the knife whenever we want? Because it sure as hell seems like we can't. It seems like it's tethered to a button prompt outside of that exception, the krauser fight. So what do we have to say here? The game looks like trash. That's what we have to say. And I know you're going to disagree in spite. I don't care, dude. If you want to go listen to Sphere Hunter, go subscribe to Sphere Hunter. If you want to go listen to Resident Evil, go subscribe to Resident Evil. I don't give 2 shits. But don't come over here and pretend like you're a real Resident Evil fan when your ass came from Fortnite. Now you're like, oh, hell yeah, Michael, I love Jill Balls. You know, that's great.
It's over.
Gary from the Vault donated $10 through Super Chat. This is going to be gutty. I can't wait for this game. I'm even gonna quit my job when this comes out. Greatest game ever. Better than the original, and Luis is so hot.
We have to replay all of that gameplay again just to show you how terrible it is. I mean, it's just sad. It's sad. They didn't understand what made the original game tick. They didn't get it. And look, we don't want to play Resident Evil 4 again. That fucking thing has come out on the N-Gage, on the iPod Touch, on the Oculus Quest, literally every platform. All of the console generations. We've had enough. I get it. But at the same time, if you're going to remake this son of a bitch, let's do it in a way that's organic. Not padding it out with, oh yeah, you can get on the boat now as Leon S. Kennedy and now you can fucking roam around the caves. Who wants to do that? Who wants to roam around the fucking caves and smash some crates and shit? No one is asking. The pacing is trash. So let's go back and play it again. Let's run this back. It's terrible. This is horrible, dude.
Condor 1 to Roost. Do you read me?
Condor 1? You've been radio silent for 3 hours. Church?
Still looking for whatever key I need.
Copy that. I'm glad you're okay. Roost out.
Steve-O's got a message here. Steve-O, member for 14 months. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. That's what we're talking about. No, they're not listening.
Levi donated $2 through Super Chat. What a disgrace to the original.
That's what I'm saying.
No, sorry.
Because they didn't get it. If you literally cannot pull the knife out, literally take the game and throw it in the fucking dumpster. Because that's trash. You guys need to play the original game. The sound design is underrated. Clearly. They didn't get that aspect. There's no dialogue anymore from any of the enemies. The enemies talked in the original game, dude. They shouted shit out. Matala! Ahí está! Coge, coge, coge. Ahí está. Mori STD. You know, just fucking crazy fucking chants in the castle. Even the villagers are talking, man. Even the villagers are talking. Now you don't get any of that shit. It's just generic game design 101, blaring up some fucking generic ass soundtrack. It's trash.
Gary from the Vault donated $10 through Super Chat. You're wrong, Michael. This game is gonna be rabies knees.
Yeah, I bet it will. You know, I bet it will. Quick time event. There's no audio. What I'm noticing is there's no audio for the enemies. When there's no audio for the enemies. When you take that last shot on that enemy in the original game, they make noise like ah. There's just no enemy audio anymore. I mean, if it's there, I can't fucking hear it. They're just saying stuff, but it's not iconic anymore. What are we doing? Who is making this game? They don't understand the original. Now you want to go explore caves as Leon S. Kennedy with gameplay straight from the fucking Evil Within 2. Yeah, that's exactly what we were clamoring for. Said fucking no one. Phil Drake coming through, member for 16 months. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Don't like Resident Evil 3 Remake, but still got your point with some of what you said about the Resident Evil 4 Remake, but I will still buy it. Well, everyone's going to buy it in here, no doubt fucking about it, because there's nothing else out there to play. That's the industry for you in a nutshell, because games take 20 years to fucking make now, so it's like there's one every fucking 5 years. However, with that said, yeah, everyone's going to buy it. I'm going to buy it to cover this bitch. But before it comes out, I'm going to play this fucking demo whenever it releases. Hopefully, we get some word on that pretty fucking soon. But with that said, because when we're going to really have the game in our hands, is there any confirmation that you can use the knife at whenever you want in this game? Because it seems like that is not a thing. And if that is not a thing, then I don't know what we're doing. Because now you're tethered to the QuickTime events to eliminate the enemies when they're down. And that's sad. The shotgun literally does nothing, bro. The shotgun literally does nothing, bro. There's no impact with the shotgun. Did you guys just see that? There's no impact with the shotgun, bro. There's literally no impact with the shotgun. Leon switches to the shotgun. There's no impact anymore with the shotgun. Literally, the enemy just stands there, bro. He didn't miss. The enemy just stands there, bro. It really is over. They're not listening.
Gary from the Vault donated $10 through Super Chat. Can't wait for this game. Resident Evil has just been saved. Can't wait to do side quests.
You know, I mean, the shilling on V is sad. I really thought they were based, and, you know, but clearly not. You know, they just want to sit around and consume. They're like, oh, yeah, fuck that. We're not consuming. Gaming's been dead for 15 years. And it's like, well, if that's the case, why are we shilling this? Look at this right here. He's got the shotgun out. Look at this right here. He's got the shotgun out. And watch this. The enemy does literally nothing. In the original, if you were to do this in the original, they're going to fly back. Both enemies are going to fucking fly back. You don't get any of that here. There's no impact to the shotgun. There is no impact to the shotgun here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, and that's so fucking sad. There's no impact to the shotgun, dude. Nothing.
Steve-O donated £5 through Super Chat. It's over, Mackle, it's bloody over. Shall we go to the bar and get drunk and go cry in the corner? Maybe
we might as well.
Grab some tacos and go see some strippers.
You know, I mean, shit. Let's go, baby. Steve-O, where you at? Holy shit, that's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that, Steve-O, coming through. It sounds like a great fucking night. What you mean, homie? Let's go, baby. Now look right here. Leon's going to shoot the shotgun, and watch the enemies. Watch the enemies. No reaction. It's bad. It's beyond bad. It's actually, in fact, inexcusable. Look at this right here. Oh my God! Did you see that? Leon switches to the shotgun right here.
Cora donated $2 through Super Chat. What's the best Resident Evil game? And why?
Not the remake. Not the Resident Evil 1 remake on GameCube. I would say the original, probably. Yeah, maybe that's a normie take, but it is what it is. But look at this right here. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that Corey coming through. A brand new member as well. Look at this right here. The shotgun blast. No impact. No impact on this shotgun blast, bro. Literally no impact on the shotgun blast. I'll rewind it back. Look at this right here. No impact on the shotgun blast. This is inexcusable. This is not Resident Evil 4. It's anything but. Oh my God, dude. Why are they not every time the enemy's down and Leon points the shotgun? Maybe they didn't want to show gore. I don't know, but it seems like there's a lack of gore too. Like, I'm not noticing as much blood. There's a little bit of blood in the original. I mean, if you stab an enemy while it's down, you can see the cut slash marks and things like that, and the blood will come out a little bit. And I'm not seeing that here in this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4, but again, it's not a big deal. No one cares. It doesn't have a tangible impact on gameplay, so they just say we don't care, and we're going to go out and consume it, and we're going to go out and love it.
Welcome. What can I interest you in?
Why even have the merchant in this game? If you can't deliver on that, do you think gamers that play this for the very first time are going to have fond memories of this in 15 years from now? No, it's not going to have that lasting impact. This is not the Beatles coming to fucking America for the first time, like Resident Evil 4 was. You know, when Resident Evil 4 arrived on the scene, it was like, holy fucking shit, this is like a whole new thing for this genre, a whole new thing for these games and what they could be. And this is just another run-of-the-mill, soulless, terrible garbage that has nothing to do with the original.
Oh, you cut through the crowd with that right there.
What is this depressing fucking music? It sounds like I'm in fucking outer space and there's a fucking black hole approaching. What the fuck is this shit, bro? It sounds like I'm in Mass Effect. Listen to this.
Molding a weapon to suit your try that on for size. There you are.
And you gotta hold the button down to upgrade. You gotta be shitting me, it's a parody! You gotta hold the button down to upgrade. We love it, Capcom. Go out and pre-order this right now. Go out and pre-order this right now. You gotta hold the button down to upgrade, bro. You gotta hold the button down to upgrade, dude. I'm totally out. Really? We gotta hold the button down to upgrade. Why is that a necessity? Did someone like do research on gaming and how gamers like react to the inputs and shit? I don't understand. You gotta hold the button down to fucking upgrade. Do you do that in the original? Absolutely not. You press one button and you get through it. The pacing in the original game is unmatched. The pacing is moving. You're moving in Resident. There's no fucking downtime in the game. They didn't understand that. They didn't get it, and they just don't care.
As you wished. Anything else I can help you with? Don't get yourself...
This is literally one of the most iconic Resident Evil games of all fucking time. And this is what they have to show for? This is one of the most iconic Resident Evil games of all time. Hell, one of the most iconic video games in the whole goddamn fucking era of video gaming. And this is what they have to show for?
Killed now.
Stick close.
Okay.
I can't with this castle segment, bro. This castle segment is such a disgrace. I mean, visually the game looks fine. Visually the game looks fine. But what you need to know and understand is that, bro, they don't have the chanting. They don't have, that aspect at all. There's no unnerving aspect to the castle anymore. When you get in that castle and there's a vocal aspect to the enemies that is missing here in this game. They didn't get that. Play the original. The enemies are always fucking talking. They're making noises. Okay? It might be repetitive. I don't care. It just makes it seem more fucking alive. And no one's saying a goddamn thing here in this game outside of like mumbling. It's like, oh, I'm the spooky guy at the castle. Salazar looks like Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. What is this game?
Courtyard's got to be through that gate. Don't think our hosts are gonna roll out the red carpet.
Well, I mean, why would they? Looks like shit. So here's where we first hear the Motolo. That sort of shit. Here's where we first hear it, and I'll tell you what, it sounds like trash. I'm gonna boost this up so you guys can listen. And this is where we first hear the chanting and the speaking in tongues or whatever they're saying, and it sounds like trash. The audio mix is terrible. It's low effort performances all across the board from every voice actress and actor.
What are they?
Shh. Keep your voice down.
It's just them fucking mumbling now. That's what they've degraded it into. It's just them fucking mumbling now. You can barely make out anything that they're saying. Yeah, great game design, great sound design there at Capcom. Just incredible. It's all about the 3D audio, but, let's not get those great performances locked in. So sad. Really, it is.
Spread out.
Quick time dodge attack, quick time dodge attack, quick time dodge attack. It's worse than Elden Ring. Quick time dodge attack, quick time dodge attack.
Old lesbian donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Esta juegos era el increíble, bear, cityscape.
No food for you!
Bald lesbian coming through, hell yeah, by the way, appreciate it. I mean, I could barely hear it right there. It sounds like trash, dude. Now I'm actually thinking about downloading mods for this game when it comes to PC so they can actually, mod in the original soundtrack and mod in the original audio, because this is junk.
Muerte!
Murder! It's like a Power Ranger. It's like a Power Range episode. It's like a Power Rangers episode, bro. Murder!
Spread out!
Hey.
What is that? What is this spread out fucking line that we're hearing more than once already? Spread out, no prob. Spread out, no prob. Leon's a magician now. He's like, oh yeah, there's a projectile flying my way. I can duck or I can fucking parry. Parry this, parry that, parry this, parry that. What game do they fucking play where it's like parry is so fucking, consistent within the core gameplay loop? It's really sad. You can't even use the knife in this game, man. Even the kicks are fucking lame. The kicks are lame. It's like he's half-ass kicking because they probably mocapped it all.
Let's go.
Got it.
Ahí están, matadlo.
I can't with this audio. It's just, ahí está, matadlo. What is that? I don't care if it's more realistic or it's, there's subtlety to it and it's a little bit more grounded. No, we want over the top. The campy feeling is gone. So if you're going to go with realism, then why are we fucking even having this? Why is this game created? Because Resident Evil is not realistic. And clearly the parry system, you could fucking parry the Chainsaw Man. That's not realistic. Okay, come on, bro. A guy with a fucking chainsaw and he gets his little fucking deer hunter knife and blocks the chainsaw attack. That's not realistic. I don't care if the knife could withstand the blade. At the end of the day, you have the weight of the chainsaw going onto the fucking knife would topple over the guy more than likely. I mean, you got to be kidding me with this fucking like grounded sort of take on Resident Evil 4. It's like, yeah, we want to make it scarier and shit like that, but it's actually not, like it's less scary because they put less fucking work into it. And then you have that Call of Duty sound effect because the flashbang muffled the audio. They're so clever. Like, oh yeah, you played Call of Duty, Zoomers, here you go. Because Call of Duty wasn't really a fucking thing back when this came out. Think about that. That's how fucking insane this is.
Come on.
Okay.
I guess this is...
Think about that. Call of Duty was just getting started when this game came out. Call of Duty was not even a fucking thing when this game came out originally in 2005 on the fucking GameCube. That is unbelievable, dude. I mean, Call of Duty was popular, but it wasn't that fucking juggernaut thing like it is today.
Their idea of a warm welcome.
Terrible. Look at the shotgun blast. I need you guys to lock in here. This is getting ridiculous, man.
Okay.
I guess this is their idea of a warm
Look at this
welcome.
right here. The shotgun blast, dude. Look at the shotgun blast here. This is unbelievable. Look at this right here.
It's over.
Shotgun blast. No effect on the enemy.
Luke Infinite donated £2 through Super Chat. Leon's knife works like a lightsaber now, lol.
I mean, if you really can't pull the knife out, and again, maybe I'm wrong, and I hope that I fucking am. I hope that I'm fucking wrong. Okay, believe me. If you really can't pull the knife out, I don't know why this game exists. To be honest with you. But look at this shotgun blast. Hell yeah, by the way, I appreciate that loot coming through. Look at this shotgun blast. It's trash. The enemy barely moves. I mean, you have to be kidding me right now. Bro, the enemy barely moves. In the original, you take the shotgun out because you know it's going to give you some leeway, some fucking headroom because the enemies blast back. It's the fucking shotgun. What the fuck? Oh, but Michael, he didn't, there's a reason why he didn't. Hey, Michael, let me answer this, man. You're so fucking stupid, Michael. He was against the wall. That's why he didn't fly back. No. Because we've seen many examples of the shotgun here in this game, and it's trash.
Damn! It's locked. Looks like we'll have to get creative.
Ahí está. Oh.
Shit! I'm coming for you! Ashley! You hurt?
No, I'm okay.
Christopher Cardarelli donated $2 through Super Chat. Leon is a Jedi battling Hillary Clinton lol.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you what, Christopher Columbus coming through. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that.
Got it.
You know, I'm gonna rewind this back real quick, and this is just a telling sign of why this game is not good, and it's very. Let me just wind this back a little bit here. Okay, when he picks up that item, on the top right-hand corner of the screen, it shows the amount of how much money you have in this game, and I'm gonna tell you what, bro. That is not what happens in the original game. So they want you to play this shooter-looter bullshit. And it's just like they didn't understand clearly what made the original game tick. They just didn't. And they applied everything that's wrong with modern day gaming to this thing. And everyone loves it because it's fresh and it's new and it's like, oh yeah, we've already played the original. Hey Michael, quit bitching, you hate everything. Hey Michael, you're a stupid idiot. Hey Michael, this, that, and the third. But yeah, the original's still gonna be there for me and I'm glad it will be. But with that said, this is one of the most iconic games ever created. This is, you know, arguably one of the best video games ever made. And this is certainly one of the most popular Resident Evil games in the entire franchise that has been going for decades. And to see this come out like this and have them just, you know, right over their head with what made the original game tick is just kind of sad. It really is. Why do we need to control that?
Again.
Hold on. He just shot the... The enemy barely moves. Literally, the enemy barely moves, bro. He shoots a cannon at the enemy and the enemy barely moves. The enemy barely moves. He shoots the cannon at the fucking enemy and the enemy barely moves. There's no bounce back anymore, man. My God, that's bad. Hillary Clinton.
Welcome,
That is supposed to be Salazar?
Mr. Kennedy.
What is this game?
Who the hell are you? Me? Oh, please, call me.
That is Salazar?
And allow me.
I mean, I can't. I can't.
I would like you to hand the girl there over to me now.
Yeah, if that.
Oh my God.
Give me space.
Give me space, spread out, no prob. Give me space, spread out, no prob. Give me space, spread out, no prob. Gonna hear that shit over and over and over again. Give me space, spread out, no prob.
Okay.
The shields don't even, there's no damage on the shields, bro. Watch this. Unless they're metal shields. I can't tell. The game's so fucking, you can't see shit in this game. And they're like, oh, that's the, you know, that's the new creepy element. We know, we have the, we have it where you can't see the game. Literally the shields, there's no damage on the shield. Dude, in the original game, you could fucking break down the wooded shield. Trash. You can't even use the knife, dude.
Get back here. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Dodge it. It's literally like the Batman games now. Like they have literally, they've taken the recipe and they're like, oh, that's trash. The old recipe's junk. Let's update it. You know, they're not gonna like the spice that people used to like back in the day. They're not gonna like the flair that people used to like. You know, that kick that the fucking soup had. And now they've had to go back and change the recipe, change the formula, and now they're serving you this fucking soup. And it's like, oh, this is supposed to be the classic soup with a modern day twist. And it's like, no, this sucks. We want that classic recipe back. You know, this is not an organic remake. They've shoehorned in a bunch of fucking padded segments where it's like, oh yeah, it's optional, but you know, now you can play it like a Ubisoft game, so you can just go around and fucking smash crates and, you know, try and unlock more shit with the shitty-ass merchant voice actor, and, you know, it's nothing memorable anymore, and it's like, welcome straight. No, that's gone. You know, everything that you loved about the original game, it's like, hey, we don't want you to have any fun here, so fuck the original game, fuck Mikami's vision, and we're just going to go make this fucking game that's inspired, and, you know, you can't even use the knife in this game. Like, bro, you can't even use the fucking knife in this game. You can't. There's no fucking way that you're going to be able to use the knife here in this game. It doesn't exist. It's got a fucking durability meter. Dodge, attack, dodge, attack. It's a fucking Batman game, bro. What do you do in the Batman games? You sit there and watch the goons fucking hit you, and then you press the button at the right time to fucking parry and go, I'm the Dark Knight. Come on, hit me. It's ridiculous, bro. I mean, it really is so sad.
Luke Infinite donated £2 through Super Chat. Salazar is meant to look like Napoleon WTF.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Stay back!
Okay.
I can't with this game, dude. It's just not good. Look at this right here, another shotgun blast. Look at this right here, another shotgun blast. The enemy, you're using the shot? I'm done. I'm done. In the original, if you were to do this in the original, bro, if you were to do this in the original with the enemy that close, they're flying back. They're going to have a crazy animation, and it makes it so cool. It's like, okay, that's tethered to this weapon. It makes it unique, because we know when we pull the shotgun out, it's going to make the enemies fly back and do this little fucking yeah, it's a little silly, it's a little comical, but that's the fucking nature of this game. They didn't understand, like, oh, we want to do a whole new fucking vision. Well, look what happened when Rob Zombie remade Halloween. The Halloween feds said, what the fuck is this shit? And, you know, I mean, it is what it is, but look, at the end of the day, watch this play out here and tell me that this looks fucking good, because it looks anything but good. Here we go. Leon with the shotgun. Do the enemies fly back in a way that makes sense? Absolutely not, and they're shilling it all across the board. Junk. It literally did nothing.
Let's go.
No prob.
No prob. Let's go. Spread out. No prob. Okay. Evil Within 2, have you played it? Evil Within 2, have you played it? You might as well just go fucking play the Evil Within 2 on Game Pass, because it's the same fucking game. It might be better than this, actually. Can you believe for one single second that Capcom thought it was a great idea to take the fucking knife out? There is no knife gameplay in this game outside of tethered quick-time events. The Krauser fight is exclusive to using the knife, because I have not seen any other gameplay outside of that Krauser fight where you can use the knife. And they thought that was a fantastic idea, so now you got to stun the enemies and go play fucking quick-time event, and they said they were taking out the quick-time events. Motherfucking ass, they don't get taken out. You know, that's so. And, you know, speaking of gore right there, do you look at that blood, bro? It's Kool-Aid! Look at that blood. Look at that blood. That is the brightest blood I've ever fucking seen, bro. Just someone call Tom Savini to get them in there and fucking help. Holy shit. The brightest, it's cartoon blood, bro. Look at the fucking blood. Really? It's the brightest red blood I've ever fucking seen.
Just getting started, rookie.
Dude, they literally hired... This must have been made during COVID. You know, that's what I'm starting to believe now. I think this was made during COVID, and they didn't want to... No, this is on PS4. This is a PS4 game. I don't know what footage this is. Probably either PS5 or PC. Probably PS5 if I had to guess. I don't know. Obviously not PS4. But with that said, I think this is why the voice acting is so terrible. They hired people during COVID, and they couldn't come into the studio. And what happened is that everyone had to record their lines in the closet, and they got social anxiety. So they had, well, not social anxiety, but performance anxiety rather. And they couldn't perform. And that's why the dialogue is so terrible, because you can't do that shit remotely, man. Imagine if the Beatles, and there's too many Zoomers in here to care about the Beatles, all contrarian, like, the Beatles trash. Look, imagine if the Beatles made albums remotely. Like, George Harrison's going to record his guitar, and Paul McCartney's going to record his bass, John Lennon's going to do the vocals, all remotely. It's like, that's not going to fucking work. They were in that studio pumping out albums, classics, left and right for years. And that's because they all worked cohesively. And they might not have wanted to work cohesively, and there was obviously turbulence, but look, that's what makes it fucking work. And I think that's what's happening here. I think that's what has happened here. Obviously, this game's been in the works for a few years now, so I think they did all the voice acting during COVID, and it fucking shows. That's my hypothesis here.
Are you being controlled by that cult? This has nothing to do with them. I'm afraid.
Can you even swing the fucking knife?
Too slow. Haven't you learned anything these last 2 years?
Press R3 to dodge. So this is PS5 gameplay, presumably, unless they plugged in a PS5 controller to the PC, which I doubt, but this is seemingly PS5 gameplay. R3 to dodge.
A soldier like you. Why would you work for these freaks? Why? You've forgotten what happened 2 years ago. Operation Javier?
So you're telling me that this is better than a cutscene? A well-produced... Dude, in the original, the cutscene is a master fucking class in cinematography. Like, they had talented people working on the original game. And I'm not saying there's no talent here, but clearly the talent has been... people have lost brain cells since the iPhone came out. Clearly. I mean, it's just, we're going to probably learn in 100 years from now that something was happening within society during these times, and it just made people become stupider. Because I've gotten dumb within the last 5 to 10 years. At first I thought, okay, we're getting out of high school, now we can actually learn things. And then we started to degrade again. And, I don't know. And we're just seeing this in every product. It's like no one knows how to do anything anymore. Everyone's stupid. You're telling me that this is basically the cutscene. It's like they didn't know how to make the cutscene, so they're like, fuck it, we'll just throw in some shitty-ass gameplay that's riddled with essential QuickTime events in disguise. This is essentially that cutscene in the original game, except they didn't know how to make that cutscene because it probably costed too much fucking money, and they just didn't know how to... Dude, watch the original cutscene. It's so fucking well made, it's not even funny. The cuts, the edit, the fucking cinematography, it's all fantastic. It's the shaky cam fucking bullshit. They just didn't want to do the cutscene, but this is basically the cutscene in disguise because it's a bunch of fucking QuickTime events. So it's like, oh yeah, we removed all the QuickTime events and this, that, and the third, but at the end of the fucking day, you are only there with the knife. This is essentially a cutscene being played out in real time, but it's 20 times worse. I'd rather watch an elegant cutscene and just press a few buttons than, have this exposition play out and have this stupid, fake boss fight like this. I mean, this is sad.
Not bad. Rookie.
And the voice acting, not bad, rookie. Go listen to the fucking original. It is so much better. Why don't they just hire the old fucking guys to come back? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
Not looking too steady.
It's literally just QuickTime Central in here, bro. It's literally just QuickTime Central. Are you guys excited about this, bro? It's literally QuickTime Central. No, I'm not trolling. I don't care. If you think I'm trolling, that's fine, okay? But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is, okay? I've dissected this sumbitch. You can't even use the knife in the game from what I've seen. From all of the videos, you can't even use the fucking knife. And now they want you to come out of the woodwork and they want you to play cave hunter like fucking Tomb Raider or some shit, and you can do a little bit more exploring in this all new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. And I'm left wondering why that was even needed. Oh, but Michael, it's optional. You don't need to roam around. You don't need to do that. Yeah, but it still disrupts the fucking pacing, because if I get lost now because they wanted to extend it and pad it out, it's going to disrupt the fucking pacing. The original game is linear, and it works because it's moving and moving and moving and moving. There's very little downtime in the original game. There's always something happening. There's always something interesting. It's changing the environments, the enemies, and this, that, and the third. And, you know, that's what made it work. The simplicity, the rudimentary sort of elementary gameplay design. You know, when you aim the gun in the original, you can't fucking move. So it puts an emphasis on, and it's a blessing in disguise. It puts an emphasis on the fucking laser and where you're pointing it, because you don't have to worry about moving and fucking shooting. Because that just doesn't work. That's not Resident Evil 4. That's Resident Evil fucking 6, you know? And when you go into the inventory, you have to pause in the original game. When Hunnigan calls you, it puts attention to those things when you have to pause or you can't move in a way that you can now. So this remake is not a remake. We didn't get a Resident Evil 4 remake. We're going to be waiting for that for the next 20 years. But with that said, it is an all-new edition of Resident Evil inspired by Resident Evil 4. That is the conclusion that I've come to here. So you know what? At the end of the day, I can say this about this game, okay? After having watched all of that gameplay twice in a row, I can say this right here and right now, folks. It might be a good standalone Resident Evil game within the new modern era, but as a remake to one of the most iconic video games ever released, they have failed, in my opinion. As a remake, they have failed to do it in a way that made sense, do it in a way that was organic, and do it in a way that was faithful outside of, oh yeah, we have this area from the original, but it plays nothing like the original. Well, that's not really that faithful, is it? Because when you're roaming around and you're doing quick time events and it's like the fucking Evil Within and you're doing stealth mechanics like Sam fucking Fisher, that's not Resident Evil 4. And the fact that you can't pull out your fucking knife and swing when you want because it's now dedicated to the fucking parry system, just shut the whole fucking thing down, because it's trash. But as a new Resident Evil game within the modern day era, I think it will be good. But as a remake to Resident Evil 4, they should have called Shinji Mikami to help with this fucking project, because quite clearly it is in the dumpster. That's it for today. We appreciate you for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And that was our dissection of the brand new gameplay for this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 4. When the demo drops, we will be there playing this slop, and maybe we'll have a different take. Maybe when we get our paws on this game and we fully understand what this has to offer, we might have a different take. But for now, I'm not impressed. And believe me, that's so incredibly sad. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and we will see you later. It's over! Hey there, mister. Who let the simpleton out of the asylum?